Wouldn't you like to go from this to that?
Hell yeah.
A lot of you guys are like, Cycle Cruise, you get these new motorcycles, man, but why don't you get a new car, truck, SUV or something? You still rocking that old 2005 Lexus RX 330. Well, I'm going to tell you guys that I don't care about cars. All I care about a car is get me from point A to point B, and a little bit of luxury is cool. And I tell you, this Lexus has been awesome. I've had it since 2007. But anyway, I hated the old stereo system in GPS though. It was outdated. They stopped giving updates for the GPS 5 years ago. The radio sucked. The CD player stopped playing. I don't even use CDs anymore. I'm like, dude, I need to upgrade it, give a refresh look. But there was only one option, and it was this PX6 Android Tesla-Style Radio, whatever you want to call it. And I paid $800 for it. But it's Chinese brand. It's not made by a reputable brand. I did some research and I heard, some people said they loved it, some people said they hated it and it was junk. I didn't know what to think, but I'm like, dude, I got it from Amazon. I have a link to it, by the way, in the description and comment section of this video to the one I got. From my understanding, it depends on who you get it from, because it comes from two different manufacturers, and some people that sell it, they're crap, and then this one that comes from another manufacturer, they're good. So I don't know, but I'll tell you whether this one's good or not, and all the crap that I went through to deal with this, and whether it's worth it or not. By the way, they make this for all different kinds of cars, trucks, and SUVs, not just this Lexus RX. And it has a 12-inch screen. It's got, the reason why I want it too, it's like having a tablet on here. You've got Internet Explorer on here. You've got video on here I could play while I'm driving for my passenger. And you can even change the size of the screen to the small screen there. You can drop it down there. You can make it bigger here. It sounds like a freaking movie theater.
Yes,
look at that.
Somebody just walk me through what we supposed to be doing.
I mean, that's awesome, man. You can stream, you can put apps on here, default navigation to Waze, you can use Google Maps. It has a ton of features on here, man. It has voice command on here, all kinds of stuff on here. But I'm going to tell you, this came at a heavy cost. Not only the price is $800, which is, it's not that bad, I guess, if it works, but I'll let you know in this video. But also, to install this is a beast. And if they did things right, it would be pretty easy to install, but they made it very difficult. And it was 3 days of hell installing this. 3 days of hell of my life that I can't get back. But this video is going to help you guys out so you don't have to deal with those problems. You can correct those problems, because I was able to get all the problems corrected. I'm going to tell you how I did it in this video, and it'll probably help all of you out there, no matter what car you have. If you want to do this, you're probably going to run into some of these problems. So stay tuned, and I'm going to let you know the pros and cons of it and whether it's worth it, and how to correct the problems that I experienced that you'll probably experience.
Let's go for a ride. Subscribe today.
Make sure you're wearing the gear to stay safe, and I have some awesome gear if you want to get it, like my ultra lightweight carbon fiber helmet that comes with an auto tint shield, my motovlog camera, airbag vest to help keep you safe. I never leave home without it. My CE armor jacket that flows a ton of air. Shorty gloves. All my gear I include in the description and comment section of this video. First off, I'll tell you, I ordered it from Amazon. I have a link to it in the description and comment section of this video. So the problem I had right out of the jump, I get this huge big box at my door. I didn't realize the box was going to be that big. But first, the problem I had is it didn't come with a manual. And then when I pulled it out and I saw like all these tons of cables and everything, it looked very intimidating. I'm like, man, how am I supposed to install this with no instructions? And I looked online and it said theirs didn't come with instructions either, and I'm like, oh my god. So then I looked on YouTube, then I looked at a video on how to install it, and the guy shows you have to take out the circuit motherboard from the OEM air conditioner, and you have to put it in the back of this radio and install it. And I'm like, dude, I'm not an electrician, man. I got to go through all that crap and install a circuit board. And I attempted to take the circuit board out of my old unit, and I broke it. And I'm like, oh man, I'm screwed now, man. This better, I'm like, I didn't know what to do. So I contacted customer service. They did send me the manual in PDF form, which was great. And he told me that because my car came with a factory 8-inch GPS screen and everything, that I did not have to install a circuit board. So it's plug and play. You don't have to do that if you have that, by the way, at least for this Lexus RX 330. So thank God I didn't have to deal with that circuit board crap. But there's really no going back because my old unit's not going to work if I reinstall it. So if I had to go back to the old unit, it's probably going to run me probably $500 to $1,000 or something. I can maybe get a used one off of eBay. But I'm praying, I'm hoping that this thing worked. So, okay, now that I got the instructions are not clear, man. I mean, some of it is, I'd say about 60%, 70% of it is you can understand it and you'll figure out what to do, where the harnesses are supposed to go, such and such. But then there was a spot on the instructions where it said to choose from one of 3 CAN cables, and one of those cables attaches to where the old Jeep 8-inch GPS screen, which it had 3 OEM plugs there, and they said you only choose one of those cables, and it didn't tell me which one I was supposed to use. And I asked customer service and he never did answer me. So the first cable that I used, it didn't work right. So I used this other cable that had a 90 on it, and it had a connection to 2 connectors to this harness, and that was the correct one. Okay, so then I install everything, which, by the way, this does not work with your OEM backup camera. So you have to put in the new backup camera, which was a pain in the butt, but it was pretty easy. I had to fabricate a bracket to install the aftermarket camera, which they provided, and then I had to run the wire all through the headliner here and then run it through the boot in the back, which was a pain in the butt. Let me show you what it looks like. See here, that's what it looks like here, but it's pretty easy install. So I install everything, and the problems that I had right off the jump is the airbag light came on, also the hazard light, this button here, which it now works, but I had to correct it. That didn't work. The air conditioning system didn't work, and also I didn't know how to wire the backup camera. It didn't give instructions on how to wire it up. I thought I figured you just connected to the positive negative wire on the video in, but no, he gave this elaborate wiring system to do, which I'll show you a picture in here to do, which I did it that way. But the backup camera screen froze on here and wouldn't let me use any other controls. So I had to abandon that wiring schematic, and then I just connected it to the brown wire that says back and the purple wire that has Chinese letters on it, and that's on the video in harness, and it works fine, as you see here. Let me go here to apps, and you click car monitor. Now the backup camera will not come on when you hit reverse. That's a drawback, but the good thing is I can pull it up anytime. So when I have my trailer on the back, it's nice to be able to pull up the backup camera and see what's going on back there, as where the OEM unit would only turn on if I put it in reverse. So I actually like it this way anyhow. Another problem that I had is that it sounded like crap at first. It sounded like an old radio. I'm like, man, this sounds like garbage. But then all I did was I went to console here, and then I went to amp info, and I set the current volume to 35. It was at 0, and I did make some adjustments to the bass and treble to 4 and 4, and it sounds absolutely amazing. 100 times better than the OEM setup. It's amazing, man. When I put a movie on in here, it sounds like a movie, like I got surround sound like I'm at the movies, man. It sounds awesome. But as far as correcting the airbag issue and the hazard light, first off, I'll tell you about the airbag light, how I corrected that. Is that he sent me and by the way, customer service was excellent. I have to give him credit. Through Amazon chat, they responded to my questions pretty quickly, man. And I asked a ton of them, man. I spent 3 days of hell going through all this, by the way, because it was very frustrating. He told me certain things to do and it didn't work, and then finally got it to work. But as far as the airbag light, he sent a video and he showed me how to do it. You have to take, you know, the plug, and there's wires going into a plug. You have to take 2 of the plugs and move them to a different spot, and you do it by taking a paper clip and you stick it in this hole in the bottom of where that metal pin sticks out. You push that, and then on the other end you just pull the pin out, and then you can place it in another slot in the plug. So he gave me the video on how to correct that and a picture to show exactly where to put the pins. So I did that. It corrected the airbag light. And the same thing goes for the hazard light. It was another plug that had to take the pin out and put it in another location, and that corrected this issue here with the hazard light, which it works fine now. As far as the air conditioning system, what I had to do was I had to go to settings, and then I went to go to install set and put in the code, and then select, my thing was as Lexus RX 300, and then I had to select high. It was on low. So once I put it on high, the air condition works, as you see here. So as you can see, the air conditioner comes on. I was like, woo, I need my air condition, man. And heat, of course, when it gets cold. So I was like, oh man, I'd have to send it back if I can't get the air condition working. And also the airbag light, because the first instructions he sent for the airbag light, it didn't work. And so he sent this out. He contacted an engineer and told me how to do it the right way, and it did get rid of the airbag light, thankfully, so I didn't have no problems with that. So all in all, it got rid of all the problems that I had, and everything is working, and it's awesome. I tell you, so far, I'll give you a long-term update. Was it worth it after 3 days of hell of wasting a lot of my time that I can't get back from all the problems that I experienced and installation and everything and irritation? It's still worth it to me, man, because I was almost ready to get a new car just to get a new setup, a new updated stereo system, man. I could have, bought like a old, like a Sony radio or something to put in there, but then it's small with the, it's just not nice as having a whole Tesla-style screen set up like this. So yeah, it was worth it to me, but is it worth? You won't have the problems because you're seeing this video, so it's going to correct a lot of problems that and you're probably going to experience these problems because a lot of people have, but you may not. I don't know. The pros for this, I have to say, guys, there's only a few cons. The cons, like I said, the 3 days of stressful hell installing this. The instructions could be made a lot better. If they made the updates to the pins, I wouldn't have had to go through all this crap, and it would have been simple, straightforward, plug and play, and I'd been good, man. I probably could have did it in less than a couple hours or so, if the instructions were straightforward and they had updated everything at the factory. Of course, $800 price is kind of steep for a non-brand name. It's straight from China, and you're taking a gamble. But there's people on YouTube that have had one for over 2 years and it's still working good. This is the latest version. This is the PX6, which has been out, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 years. I don't know how long it's been out, but they had various versions over the years, PX5, PX4, etc. I have to say, the pros, the sound is absolutely amazing. Sounds amazing, man. Absolutely awesome. This one comes with 4 gigabytes of RAM and 120 gigabytes of ROM. The video is awesome, and by the way, it has USB in, which I put in here in the glove box. It has 2 of them actually, two ports here. You can plug in a hard drive, a flash drive or whatever, as many terabytes as you want, include all kind of movies and stuff you can store on there or whatever you want, which is awesome. I love the movie portion here. Like, you put a movie on, it sounds amazing, man.
Just walk me through what we're supposed to be doing.
It's awesome, man. Much better than watching a movie on your phone, I tell you. And if you look here, I mean, look how big the phone is compared to this. I mean, this is small potatoes compared to this. Also, It connects via Wi-Fi to your phone, so you can have internet browsing. I like having the pull up the Internet Explorer there, just like you do on a tablet. Put in whatever. Also, I love the apps portion. I love it has voice command, so I can tell it to pull up the navigation. Open navigation. See that voice commands? Now it only responds to specific voice commands, which they do list in the settings for it. But I love doing Waze is my favorite app I use on my phone, so it's nice to have the much bigger display on here than my phone, and I don't have to have a stupid phone rack up here in my way and all in the way and everything. I could work with this. It's nice. It's like having an iPad or a tablet or whatever right here on the thing. I love it so far, man. Also, you got Bluetooth. You can take calls. The calls are clear. I like that all the speakers in here, you hear the person when they're talking. You can hear through all the speakers, unlike the OEM system, which had just one dedicated speaker. I think that's up there, over there, and the sound would sound like crap. It sounds way better. And they hear you clearly. You don't have to install like a mic up here or anything. You can talk right normal here, and it has a mic, internal mic on the unit. Like I said, the customer service has been great. You get 1 year warranty. Other people out there, they say the warranty's good. One guy, he had problems, and they sent him a full replacement within his year warranty, and he just went ahead and sold it. But he had problems with his. But like I said, some people, I did research, some people had problems and some people don't. And they said, from my understanding, there's 2 different manufacturers, I think, that does this. And see, this is cool. You can have the navigation and the video, or you can even change your location here too. But that's kind of cool to have the video and the navigation up at the same time. I would buy from Amazon because Amazon's customer service is excellent. If you have any problems or whatsoever, they will refund you, and they'll help you out. As where if you buy it directly from like some website or eBay or something, I don't know, they may not do as good, because Amazon's customer service is excellent. Like I said, if you want, no problems so far. I've had no problems. I've only had this for a few days though. But if you want to get the manufacturer that the seller that I used, like I said, I have a link in the description and comment section of this video to get the unit. And like I said, he has, if you go to his store, when you go to this link, if you don't have a Lexus RX 230 and you want one from for a different car, if you click on his name on that Amazon link, he has a store on there you can go to that he makes this for all different types of vehicles. So even some of the newer cars, I saw that a lot of guys are putting this unit in because this is awesome, man. This has all the features, and you can even set this where to automatically send updates to the system, where they do continuous updates to it, just like they do iPad and Android tablets and everything else. I have to give it, so far, even though I went through hell, once you go through that and you get everything working, it is awesome to have, man. It is really, really awesome to have. You can use Google Maps, by the way, for your navigation. You can set up your default navigation to whoever you want to use. I like Waze the best because it just stays updated, lets you know if any, sometimes it'll let you know if there's any police ahead or any type of issues ahead. They'll let you know. It gives you the speed limit on there and everything. Google Maps is good too, but I think Waze is better. That's just my opinion and preference. But overall, I have to say thumbs up. There's a million features on here that I haven't covered, and these are just the basic things that I really love about it so far. And like I said, guys, I'm all about keeping something as old as lasting as long as I can, especially when it comes to a car, man. Because cars, they depreciate like crazy, man. So, and I tell you, Toyota, you can never go wrong. Just like Yamaha and Honda and Kawasaki and Suzuki, Japanese, they make the best stuff. But anyways, leave a comment below if you have this system. How has it worked for you? Or if you had it and it was crap, leave a comment. Let me know. So that's why I do these videos. I want to help you viewers out there, and hopefully this video helps you avoid a lot of problems that I experienced. But anyways, guys, make sure to hit thumbs up, share this video. It really helps my channel when you leave a comment, you hit thumbs up, and I love talking with you guys. Make sure to hit the subscription button. I release new videos dealing with motorcycles 99% of the time, every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm always there the first hour of releasing the videos to talk with you guys in the comments. So make sure to be there when I first release it, and I'll be there chatting with you guys. I love talking with you guys. That's what keeps me doing these videos, man. But anyways, guys, also make sure to check out my other channel, Bug Out Moto. So until next time, catch you guys later. Check out my playlist for new riders and popular videos. Don't forget to comment and subscribe.